Hey. Hello there. I'm Big Alias. This is Happy St. Patrick's Day, by the way. And this is bloody Mass Effect. Mass Effect Andromeda. Oh my god, I'm so excited. I can barely contain myself, so I put my dick in my trousers. And this is a commentary about Mass Effect Andromeda. And I want to talk about this game to you because I'm very excited. Dude, this is probably, I would say, my second favourite game series of all time is Mass Effect. That original trilogy blew me away. Man, I loved it so much. And yes, I liked Mass Effect 3. And I do not think I've been so excited for a game since like maybe Halo 4 in 2012, something like that. Because I wasn't too excited. By the way, yeah, Halo is my favourite game series of all time. Mass Effect is second, but I wasn't too excited about Halo 5 because they were making a lot of decisions that I wasn't really too much of a fan of. They turned out great, but in trailers and stuff like that, I was not best pleased. But this, dude, I've got EA access. I've got 7 days early. I feel like I got EA access just to get this game early. And man, I want to talk about it. I want to talk about the game. I don't want to give too much away in this introduction. So put your penises away and get ready for this gameplay commentary that I'm doing. There's no need for that anymore. I've spiraled out of control with that, what I'm saying. But anyway, Mass Effect. And my excitement tells it all, I think. So, dude, let me talk about this game. I've got pros and cons. There are certain things that I think have been improved from previous installments, and things that I think are, not really as good. Which is it's a shame that I have to talk about that. But I'm having a lot of mixed feelings about the game. Overall, I'm happy with the game, and that's a very unpopular opinion, I feel like, on the internet. Let me tell you something. I'm going to address the big, fat, bum-ass elephant that's in the stupid, fat sitting room. What? Anyway, so I'm going to address this elephant in the room. Yes, the facial animations are dick suck balls. They're terrible. They are awful, sucky dicky. What the hell? Facial animations, and they're terrible. And I will admit that straight away. They are not very good facial animation. In fact, they're terrible. Spoiler alert. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. When her dad dies and she's smiling, that makes me wonder if this character is really the person to be saving the galaxy and all that shit and stuff. It's like, oh no! But I'll also say this. I've probably put about an hour and a half to close to 2 hours of time into this campaign so far, and it's no longer something I care about. I'm used to it, I've adjusted to it, and to all of the people who have cancelled their pre-orders because they saw these 30-second clips of bad facial animations, please don't be so rash. Please don't make quick decisions like that based on 30-second clips. Eventually, you will get over it. Don't forget that, people got totally immersed in things like Oblivion. These facial animations, they're not too far off of games like Fallout and stuff like that, and people got so obsessed with those worlds and so immersed. I know it's 2017, and I shouldn't be making excuses for it, but honestly, it's not something that means as much as you think it does right now. It's not as important. It's off-putting, of course it is, and in moments where it should be more immersive, it is off-putting, but it's not as bad as you might think, and yet it does make you care less about the characters. But don't forget that we're not playing as Shepard now. The story began with Shepard, and for all intents and purposes, as per sort of 2012, ended with Shepard, and now we've got these new characters sort of bursting into the scene. It's like Locke and Halo. People aren't instantly going to adjust to this, but they're all right. I like the characters. They've got a bit of personality. I honestly couldn't tell you their names just yet, which is slightly worrying, but they're alright. They're quite funny. There are some terrible bad jokes that come from the dude that travels with you, but they're good. They're good characters. Okay, there are a couple that I don't really think are as good. I feel like a few of the characters so far that I've seen have been sort of offshoots of characters from the original trilogy, but perhaps not done quite as well. It's not as macho man, muscle arm, big testy kind of game as the original trilogy was, but they're still the characters feel sort of weaker and not in a sort of narrative sense, but generally less. Oh, I'm gonna kill motherfuckers, shit, son. They all feel a bit younger and a bit more energetic and fresh and ready for action. But that's the part of the narrative. I won't give too much of it away. Also, the gameplay, I feel like, is very different to 2 and 3. And I've got to say, I think I preferred 2 and 3. The weapons felt a bit meatier. The gameplay felt tighter. I will say I do not like the new cover system. I don't. I really don't like the new cover system of just walking over to the cover and it does it automatically for you. I feel like this is a trend that works with some games, but this is not one of those games. I really don't like it. But I do like the jump boost. I do like the dash sort of thing. You know, the stuff they stole from Halo, like hovering. They've stole that too, and they work in exactly the same way. But oh, sorry, excuse me. But yeah, no, I think I do prefer the gameplay from 2 and 3. It feels a bit throwback. It feels a little more like Mass Effect 1, as well as the UI. All of the UI stuff is sort of very throwback. It feels like they have gone for the kind of classic look with this game, look and feel with this game, which to some will be great. To me, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Gross. Sounds like it just came. Yeah, in certain sort of aspects, it's good. It's good to be able to sort of jump around a little more, be a bit quicker on your feet and stuff like that. And it makes the game feel, you know, somewhat larger scale. But it's not as tight, not as neat as before. But it's still good. No, don't get me wrong. The guns still feel good to shoot. But I'm going to say this. And this is going to be a very unpopular opinion, that this game does something better than the original trilogy. And I'm going to preface this by saying I do think I prefer the original trilogy of games. But this game, and I heard this in a review, and I totally agree with this. This is the statement that I totally agree with. Mass Effect seems to be this action shooter RPG hybrid. But it seems like in this game, they've turned all of that up. It's faster, it's more action-packed, but it's more of an RPG. And the sense of exploration, I fucking love. I loved landing on that first planet and walking around. You don't really know what's going on. You don't know what planet you're on or what you're doing. And I love walking around the spaceship and things like that. And everything is very lush and different. And, or actually, on the first bit where you land, it's not really. It's sort of quite derelict and things like. Well, not derelict, but you know, broken and things like that. But it just is so great when you step out, and the world feels a lot bigger than in previous Mass Effect games. I always loved the exploration in Mass Effect, you know, because basically it's Star Trek, the game, you know, but done well. And I loved, you know, going along with my team and exploring new planets and things like that. But this feels like they've really ramped it up. But they've found a good balance of that and more sort of action-paced shooty bits. And I think they've done that incredibly well. But yeah, it's got such a fantastic sense of exploration, and that's what I love about this game, and that's why I want to finish this commentary like right now and go play it again. But I've got to render it too, which is going to suck so many balls. It's unbelievable. But yeah, the sense of exploration and you feel like more than ever, you feel like your team are going down and exploring stuff. And dude, I have seen every single episode multiple times of the original Star Trek, and I always felt like Mass Effect felt like, you know, I was playing out, you know, Kirk and Picard. No, just kidding.
Bullshit, Picard wasn't in the original series.
I always felt like I was Kirk and crew and, you know, going down and exploring planets and stuff like that, which I loved. I absolutely loved, because it felt like I was living out that show that's so awesome. And this has an even greater sense of that. I'm going down, I'm exploring planets. And usually, I don't like bigger open worlds. I'm actually quite a fan of linear stuff. But this is so good because they're alien planets and they're really well done planets. You can go down, explore, shoot some dudes, find some peace, play chess, whatever, blah, blah, blah. You just go down and you do these missions on these planets, and the exploration is so fantastic so far. And that's why when I started playing this, I was so excited, and I hope I can keep that excitement that I've got going on, because it's really pushing me through the game. I'm so excited about the exploration and just taking my crew down and basically living out these Star Trek episodes, but in a huge universe. It feels big and meaty, and like there's lots to explore and lots to do. And on alien planets, I'm so into that, and that's why I think this game is great, and why I'm going to keep coming back to it, because it just feels so good to go down with my crew and explore alien planets, and that's what this game should be about. So yes, I would recommend this game. Look past the facial animations. Remember that in an hour or two, you're going to forget about the facial animations as it is, and it's a very long game apparently. And just enjoy it, and enjoy going down with your crew and team and men and women and lots of sex and action too. So that's my thoughts. Tell me what you think in the comment section.